Eventmobi's new check-in feature makes this tedious process fast and easy. You can check in attendees on any iOS or Android device with our new app available in your app stores. Using it is straightforward. You log in, select your event, select if you want to check attendees in or out of the event or individual sessions, and you start scanning. That's it. If you prefer a more personal touch or are not using QR codes, you can always search by name. If you have a high volume of people, limited staff, or well-behaved attendees, you can also put our app into kiosk mode for your audience to check in themselves. Put your device on a mobile or tablet stand and you've got yourself a sleek kiosk. Speaking of staff, you can use the app with our Experience Manager login. If you have other teams who need to scan, you can add as many scan folks as you'd like. Each of them will get their own private login, so you don't have to share passwords and access to your personal data. All the scan data will be visible in your analytics dashboard, where you can see how many people attended your sessions or when most people started pouring into your event. You can also look at who attended which session, and you can see how long they were there.
But when you cast yourself in the role of attendee and you visually imagine yourself arriving at the event, just think about things, practical things. Is it winter? If it's winter, I probably have on a bulky coat and I'm wearing winter boots. So I'm carrying my cute shoes in a bag, and I've also got a purse. Then I arrive at registration and I'm being handed a badge and a welcome gift and a swag bag. By the time I get to coat check, I'm carrying too many things and I have to put everything down on the floor to take my coat off and change out of my winter boots and into my cute shoes. Basically, I'm flustered and walk into the event frazzled. When you cast yourself in the role of attendee, you can really just think through some of these problems by visually walking yourself through them. In this scenario, where the winter scenario, is it possible to move coat check so that it's actually the first thing that an attendee experiences, then the registration and check-in area, and then maybe a table where they're handing out a program and a conference swag bag? Just make for like a much better, less frazzled attendee.
We're hearing the pain points of the planners, and a particular one we are hearing, or a few I should mention, your event staff is up against a lot. We've already mentioned there are heightened emotions that are coming in. So we're already dealing with attendees that are at a varying range of emotions, frustrations, anxieties, excitement, glee, all of those things. We've heard from some planners say that I don't want to be the COVID police. I don't want to be that first line of defense, that first line of contact. And then again, that question of, do you know anyone who can work? I can't find event staff to work my registration. So this really helps to enhance and improve the staff, the experience of the staff that are working. As Laurie said, they no longer have to be sitting and have people potentially hovering or breathing over them. It shortens the amount of interaction time. Instead of having a spreadsheet in front of you or a laptop where you're looking up names to check people in, it's a very quick scan. You can get creative and move other aspects of what you would normally do as far as handing out any pre-conference swag, as Laurie said, or move badges off to another area, self-printing kiosks, anything like that. And it will shorten the amount of interaction time and make it more pleasant for your registration staff. And hopefully soon you'll have a lot of people wanting to work registration because it will be the easiest job going.
Yeah, as opposed to the most difficult.
Right.
100%. It's hard to find reg staff. We all know that. Going back to that idea of casting yourself as in the role of a guest of your event, you can kind of walk yourself through the arrival process and just start to rethink it. And you've got 1,000 people coming to your event. Consider staggered guest arrivals and different ticket types. I once did an event where I had 4 different ticket types and everyone had a different arrival time. And that's how I sort of avoided any of them experiencing a long lineup. The VVIPs had an exclusive seated dinner. There was 250 of them. Then there was a VIP ticket that arrived a little bit earlier for an exclusive cocktail reception, followed by general ticket holders. And then in addition to that, I had an after party, and there was an after party ticket with a late arrival. By doing this, you can avoid long lines by having your guests arrive in waves. A smile is a curve that sets everything straight. We're hearing from all of you that post-COVID event planning is more stressful than ever. And at Eventmobi, we're doing everything we can to help you with your event experience through our technology, which we hope will bring the smile back to your faces, not just for you, but also for your registration staff and all your event staff as well. I personally went through a pretty chaotic travel situation recently, and stressed out staff, stressed out travelers, labor shortages, and more have really taken its toll. And those smiles have disappeared off people's faces.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to echo Lori, so again, where our team sits, we're working with planners like you, and we have the utmost respect for everything that you have to go through these days. It just seems like it's more challenging than ever. And the amount of stress and details and additional organizing and the fast turnaround and steep learning curve that you've had to go through is really commendable. So hopefully this will put a big smile on your face, because it is one less cumbersome detail that you have to deal with when getting to on-site. And hopefully even not having to carry all of those paper spreadsheets will put a smile on your face.